Sony with another console, and we're back with another episode. This is PodBoyz Advanced Podcast. It's a weekly podcast where we discuss the latest in gaming and throw in a little bit of whatever else we want to talk about. My name is Eric.
Dude. How many times do I have to tell you, you're not me?
One day, dude. One day, you're going to wake up and you're going to be locked in a box. You're going to be locked in a box, a glass box. Have you seen you? And I'm just going to take over your life. It's gonna be pretty great.
All
My name is Oscar. I'm joined as always by my best friend and co-host,
Eric.
How you doing this week, man?
Oh man, I'm okay.
I'm leaving that in. I don't even care.
Oh man.
Oh man.
Next time you just make me aware of when you're gonna change your name to mine.
I'll do my best. I'll do my best.
You went in hard on that, dude.
Yeah, dude. I fully committed on that, man. I was in. I was totally in. You gotta give me credit for the commitment at least. You know
No,
what I mean?
I got you, man. It's okay. It's all right, man. I'm all right.
Nice.
Just still, just still getting settled in with the move. It's been slow. It's been tough, but we're pulling through. We're getting things done. So slowly but surely.
Nice. Well, I wish you luck and all that. I know how tough moving is because my job is dealing with people that are moving almost every day, and they're all super stressed. So I can only imagine. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
So,
It's been smooth. Yeah, it's been smooth so far, but I mean, I wish it would just like be over, right? Honestly.
Dude, I hear you, man. It sucks.
Yeah.
But yeah, as far as my week, it's been a pretty busy week for me too. Things are starting to here at work, as you know, because people think things are going back to normal out there, but you know, be safe out there. The virus is still out there, so you know, be safe out there. You know what I mean? So
yeah, that thing's no joke.
Yeah, and then I actually got like I told you over text a couple of days ago. I actually got that little capture card in for streaming and capturing gameplay footage.
Yeah. How do you like that, man?
Dude, it's actually super cool. I was expecting it to be like a little more challenging to actually like get into and stuff like that, but dude, no, like I literally pulled it out of the box and like
just plug and play.
Well, yeah, because I was expecting there to be like a little like manual and everything. No, it's just a fucking sheet, like a twofold thing, because it's in a bunch of languages and it just tells you where the ports are and what goes where and everything. So I just kind of I just plugged it in, figured out how I figured it goes. And I just opened up OBS and like I just kind of fiddled with the settings. I didn't even have to Google anything. Like I just kind of fiddled with the settings of OBS and got it pretty much good to go. I just smacked my mic. Gotta get used to it being this close to me.
Yeah. Well, that's cool, man. I'm glad it was an easy thing to do. I'm gonna look into getting one of those pretty soon. I want to get kind of settled with the move and everything first.
Nice.
But
Yeah,
soon.
Yeah, it's gonna be dope, man. It's gonna be dope. But yeah, man. I know it's been, like I said, you've been moving and everything. Have you had a chance to play anything at all this week?
I did play a little bit of Xenoblade last night. Still, in the same spot just because of the move. So
nice,
still not even at Colony 6.
Oh man.
We're getting just broke level 20.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's where I'm at.
I'm a little over double your level currently.
No, yeah, dude. Well, you've had the time, man.
Yeah, so I've been plugging away at it still. I'm a little over, almost at 40 hours in, I want to say.
Nice.
It's getting pretty brutal. Like right now, I had to take a break to go do some heavy power leveling because I hit a wall.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so
this is definitely one of those games where I feel if you like we talked about it last time. Like if you're not leveling up as you go, you're just gonna get stuck.
Oh, dude, yeah, you get smacked around quick if you're not prepared. If you're not a little overpowered or something, like things take you out quick in this game. It's pretty wild.
Yeah, but other than that, I have the new season of Destiny just dropped this
Oh yeah,
past
yeah,
week.
yeah. You said it
So
was about to end, so I didn't know.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I didn't know if it started right away.
Yeah, no, I was able to play, just get it started really. There's like a few new missions in the beginning,
Mm-hmm.
and I was able to kind of fiddle around with it for a little bit. I haven't played a whole lot, but I have been like just a couple of nights I've been able to do a few missions and play a little bit of Crucible here and there. But
Nice.
but yeah, dude, this season looks a lot better than last season for sure. And yeah, I know we're gonna talk about it, Destiny a little bit later. So
So you'll hold off for now.
yeah.
Yeah, same. I picked up Borderlands 3 for the
Ooh, that's
Xbox.
fun.
Yeah, I picked it up actually on Amazon. It was on sale on Tuesday morning. It just randomly went on sale for $12. So I was like,
Oh wow,
$12, why not?
that's
So
a
I copped it.
bargain, man.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to pop it in or anything, but I copped that. And yeah, I just been playing a bunch more Xenoblade. And yeah, man, it's pretty much been my week.
For sure, man, for sure.
So let's try and we have a lot to cover this week, so we'll try and keep it a little speedier. So the only rumor really that's going on currently, it's a pretty big one, pretty exciting for me, maybe for you because I know you like RPGs too, like turn-based stuff and everything. So blah, 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 blah. It's gonna get confirmed or deconfirmed tomorrow, most likely. But yeah, earlier in the week, it came out on Twitter by a famous leaker named Wabi Sabi, or
Wabi
just
Sabi, that's a cool
yeah,
name.
or just Sabi. He came out and was just like that one of his contacts just got Steam files for Persona 4 Golden.
Mm-hmm.
So which is a pretty big deal because this is gonna mark the first time that any Persona game, any mainline Persona game, comes out on anything other than a PlayStation system.
Oh,
So
okay.
so boom, this opens the door wide open for it to come to Switch and other things possibly.
Right.
But Persona 4 Golden is supposedly coming to Steam, and Atlas, the company that makes it. They're owned by
Mm-hmm.
Sega, but Atlas actually develops the games.
Mm-hmm.
They actually are confirmed to be at the PC Gaming Show tomorrow. So most likely that's probably going to be what they're going to announce there. So there's also along in that rumor, there's also a possibility of Persona 3 coming along with it. But just for now, the one that everyone seems to be backing, like every single insider and every person on Twitter that knows what they're talking about, is pretty gung ho for Persona 4 Golden. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, there's still a rumor that 3 comes. But yeah, dude, I'm super stoked because I haven't played any of the Persona games.
Dude, me
And
either.
yeah, Persona 4 Golden in particular is supposedly the best one in the franchise. Everyone loves 5, the one that came out on PS3 and PS4.
There's someone with Joker in it, right?
Yeah, that's the one with Joker in it. But even though people love 5, even those people say that the best is by far is Persona 4 Golden. And that one's been stuck on the forever. It's only on Vita and PS, like on PS2 or something. But
Mm-hmm.
Persona 4 Golden, which is like the definitive edition or whatever, has been stuck on the Vita forever. So
Hmm.
I'm excited. I'm actually gonna play use my PC for gaming. And
Finally, for once.
yeah, for once. For once I might cop a game on here because I mean, even if it does come to Switch, like it's probably not gonna come anytime relatively soon. So I don't want to wait
Yeah,
if I have the opportunity to play it.
I saw that. I saw that Persona 5 was on sale actually for the game Days of Play sale for
Oh, uh-huh.
PlayStation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Persona 5 was one of the games that was on sale. So if anyone's trying to cop that, which I'm thinking about it, I got this whole move going on, so I'm trying to lay low a little bit.
Yeah. Is it just base Persona 5 or is it Persona 5 Royal Edition?
I'm not sure. It could be like the more expansive edition. I'm not 100% sure. Like, but I think for sure I did see Persona 5 on there.
Okay, nice.
I don't know if it was like a deluxe edition or just like the base edition, or I don't know, but I saw something Persona 5. It could also just be some DLC. I'm not sure, but I for sure saw something about that.
Nice. By the way, just to part the kimono here a little, especially for our audio only listeners, if you guys hear any loud booms in the background, my neighbors are kind of idiots and think it's 4th of July already, so they're going nuts out there with
Oh, dude,
fireworks.
it's not just you.
So
It's our neighborhood too. I think it's people are just been graduating.
mm, so
So
yeah, I'll do my best to edit any crazy ones out if possible, but yeah, I apologize if you guys hear anything crazy in the background.
yeah, same here. Some of my neighbors have been doing that too.
But yeah, man, I'm super stoked to try out Persona. There should be one actually coming. There is one on Switch. It's not a main, like I said, it's the mainline ones that have never left PlayStation. But there is one on Switch in Japan right now. It's Persona 5 Scramble, which is kind of like a Persona 5 Warriors game, like like the Dynasty Warriors type of games.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but supposed to be a lot more like just like an action RPG, not so much like a Warriors game. It's just made by the same people that make them.
Mm.
And it's in Japan, and it's supposed to be coming west at some point, but they take forever to localize their games. So we'll see when it
Yeah,
actually comes out.
we'll see, man.
But yeah, Persona 4 Golden on PC will probably hold me over. It's actually rumored to be a shadow drop, so it might just straight up drop tomorrow. So we'll
Oh,
see how that
that'd be
goes.
cool.
Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much the only rumor worth really covering right now, I want to say. So like I said, we'll try and move it on, and we'll move straight into the topic we kind of totally forgot last week. What's up, everybody? We forgot to talk about Pokemon last week.
How could we? How could we?
I don't know, man. I don't know. And we were all super proud of ourselves because we're like, yeah, we kept it under an hour. Yeah, because we were missing a whole ass topic. You know what I mean?
Like something that is like super important to us, and we just dropped the ball on it.
A bunch of info dropped a couple weeks ago now for the upcoming Pokemon DLC, both the Isle of Armor that drops next week, by the way. Get ready if you're a Pokemon fan out there. It's finally here. It looks amazing. It looks huge. So Isle of Armor drops next week, I believe on the 17th.
I believe actually that it's been moved. I checked on the DLC page on the Switch.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it's been actually moved to the 30th.
What?
Yeah. I could be wrong, but whenever I load up the page on my Switch, the expansion page, it says that it's going to drop on the 30th. And I can confirm actually right now because I have the email too. Yeah, okay. So Pack 1, the Isle of Armor, to be released on 6/30/2020.
What?
Yeah, yeah.
Dang,
And
I did not know it got pushed back. That kind of sucks, but oh well. I guess that gives you a little breathing room to play some Last of Us before that comes out, instead of having to come out the
right.
same week.
Yeah, exactly. And then the Crown of Tundra is scheduled to be released on November 30th. So I think they both got pushed back a little
Oh
bit.
Crown Tundra didn't have a release date at all. It was just supposed to release before the end of November is what the date was.
Okay, well now it's like at the end of November.
Oh, well, there you go. Well, I guess we'll take it.
But yeah, dude, I'm excited for the DLC.
Yeah, so they dropped a bunch of new info, a bunch of new Pokemon. I have it all pulled up here right now. So So obviously there's the new ones, Cub Fu and Urshifu, which are the ones that we're going to be seeing in the little dojo we're going to be training at in the Isle of Armor.
Right.
And then we've also seen Calyrex, which is like a little deer, little Triforce deer, I'm calling it. Where I've seen it called because it's got like a little bead necklace that has a bunch of Triforces on it. And
Mm-hmm.
that one's, I believe, part of the Isle of Armor. And then there's also two brand new Reggies, an electric one named Reggie Alecki, and a dragon Reggie named Reggie Drago. So there's those guys, which look freaking sick. Have you seen them at all?
Yeah, dude. They I think they popped up a little bit for a second in the like release trailer that they did.
Mm-hmm.
They look really cool. I haven't checked at the typing at all or anything because I believe it wasn't translated when I saw that trailer.
Yeah.
But yeah, they look super sick. I didn't even
Yeah.
know there was going to be new Reggies in the game.
Yeah, I have it pulled up right here. It looks like he's just straight up electric, and the other one's just straight up dragon. So
Nice.
there's no crazy typings. Then the the Gen 8 starters are finally getting Gigantamax forms, which look pretty cool too.
Yeah, they look dope.
And my boy Inteleon gets a little sniper nest, which is sick. And more importantly, freaking Venusaur and Blastoise get to share the freaking Charizard love. I don't know why Charizard gets to be so special all the freaking time. My boy Blastoise deserves the love too. But they finally get Gigantamax forms too, and they look sick, man. Freaking
Yeah,
Blastoise
dude.
is like a gun fortress now. It's
Yep.
amazing.
It's like a it's like a giant cannon on his back now.
Hmm.
Even
And then,
The Venusaur one looks cool. It's like a plant volcano kind of thing.
oh yeah, dude, like a super overgrown mushroom that's about to erupt.
Yeah.
Yeah, looks pretty cool.
Oh, and man, the what really caught my eye was
Mm-hmm,
all
mm-hmm,
the
mm-hmm.
Galar versions,
Of the
of the legendary
legendary
birds.
bird. Yep.
Yeah.
So Galarian Articuno is psychic flying. Ooh, so it loses the ice type. That's interesting.
Okay. That's new.
Galarian Zapdos fighting flying. Interesting.
That's an interesting combo.
Yeah, that's super interesting
Is
actually.
that unique? Is that the
No,
only?
no, no, no,
No, no,
no.
no.
Halucha.
Hawlucha. Yeah, you're right.
Halucha. And then, ooh, I mean, I guess I see that in the design.
Yeah.
Dark flying for Galarian Moltres.
Dark flying. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All
Mm-hmm.
right.
With
All right. So he
that's
loses.
that's that's my favorite design, man. It looks so sick.
Yeah, I
I can o-
agree.
I can only imagine what the shinies are gonna look like. You know me,
Oh,
I'm
dude.
a
Yeah.
shiny hunter. So, and then last but not least, here on this list of new pokes is Galarian Slowpoke and Galarian Slowbro, which I think, I mean, the Galarian Slowpoke is I already have them. You can get them in the Sword and Shield right now.
Oh, can you? How do you do that?
You go to the first train station you ever go to. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
You go there and you talk to the rival actually from the upcoming expansion. Will
Uh-huh.
be in there, and you talk to them, and you'll see the little slowpoke walk out in a little cutscene, and you can battle it and catch it.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. You know what? I actually do think I caught that.
Oh well, there you go.
I remember that little cutscene. But
Yeah, yeah,
that happened early on in the game for me.
yeah. See, well, that actually, because you played it late, but that actually,
Ah.
yeah. So we played it without that thing, and then it was patched in later when they revealed the DLC. As
Mm,
a special bonus when they revealed it, you could go back to that area of the game and go catch it.
right. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
And then the Galarian Slowbro actually looks super sick.
Dude, he's got the shoulder and as like a boxing glove kind of.
Well, yeah, I would say I'm hoping it's more like a Mega Man cannon.
Oh, okay. I see that. Well,
Yeah, so
he's like poison psychic now, right? Yeah.
yeah, he's poison psychic. I think he looks super freaking sick, man. I mean, Slowbro and Slow King have always been pretty cool to me, just because I like that they're dopey, but also kind of beefy, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I definitely dig this upgrade to him. I'm super into him. I want him on my team for sure.
Right on, dude. Right on. So let's see.
And then we can move on to see what else we got with the Crown Tundra. So basically, the Isle of Armor, like we discussed a bit a long time ago when we first discussed about Pokemon. Basically, we're going to be training in a dojo with a guy named Mustard.
Right.
And then that's going to lead to a whole storyline where we evolve the little Cub Fu guy. And basically, the most important thing is that it's going to be a whole brand new wild area, and with a whole brand new set of Pokemon filling in another chunk of the decks. And it looks super good, man. I'm super excited. Crown Tundra, on the other hand, looks like it's going to be some sort of like expedition type of thing. You lead exploration teams. So you have like hiker gears, and it looks like you're going to be going like, since you're going to be going like underground or something. Oh, okay. Okay, so in the Crown Tundra is when all the old legendaries are going to come back as well. So you're going to be able to find raid dens with the majority of the old legendaries in general, not just the new Galarian ones.
Okay. So, all right, just to be clear here, because this was confusing to me at first. I thought that there were like version, like sword and shield version kind of thing. Is that what this is, or are we gonna get both?
No. They're two separate things. So both games get both expansions. One is just releasing later than the other. So
that's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, it wasn't very clear to me how that was all kind of going on. It was confusing for me, but cool. Now I get it. But yeah, I'm looking. I see some of the Pokemon here that are going to be brought back for the Crown of Tundra, and dude, they got Garchomp in there.
oh God, Garchomp's back. Nice. Actually,
I can transfer my shiny Garchomp back.
I don't. Mine's not shiny, but mine's a freaking beast. So let's go.
Yeah, I've got a shiny one.
I don't think we haven't even we first of all, we haven't played any Switch together ever, like just in general. But also, we haven't battled in Gen 8, my guy.
Oh man, you would probably destroy me.
Probably.
Yeah, no, no joke, you'll destroy me. I haven't even gotten around to like catching the Pokemon I actually want in my team.
See, well, I mean, I wouldn't wreck you. I mean, I'd wreck you because I'd be using like my same old broken Pokemon from before, like my Gengar and stuff like that. But like, I haven't actually caught and EV trained any of my actual like team this time around. I've just been going around shiny hunting like my dream team that I want like a full shiny team of.
Right.
And I have like 4 out of 6 so far, but that's what I've been doing in Pokemon. But I haven't actually like. I'm just focusing on getting them shiny. I'm not getting them like perfect IV, EV, or anything.
Oh, okay. So you'll get them shiny and then just train them whatever.
Yeah, basically.
Whatever attribute and nature you have.
Basically, yeah.
Okay. Well, that works out, man. That works out. You can make you can make do. Like you can kind of compromise, I feel, with some of the natures.
Oh yeah, especially with like the new mechanics and everything, where you can like just like wipe their slate completely with candies and shit and start everything over. So
right, they had that in the some of the previous games, but it was kind of difficult to do. I think you had to buy a lot of candies or a lot of berries. I think it was.
I think it's a lot easier in this game.
For sure.
But yeah, man. I can't believe we forgot to talk about it last time, but it's coming up soon. I'm stoked. Always ready for more Pokemon. Always ready for a new adventure. So let's dig in when it gets here.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be dope.
Alrighty, and we'll move on to the Destiny. Keeping on the topic of expansions, that's a good segue here. We'll go ahead and move into Destiny. So they revealed not only the most like the details for like the upcoming season that, like you said, just dropped, that you've already started playing. I think it's called Season of Arrivals, it says here.
Yeah, Season of Arrivals.
Yeah, so they detailed the stuff for that. They also detailed the upcoming expansion and kind of like an outline for like what the next gen is going to be looking like as well. So, did you happen to catch the trailers at all?
Yeah, I watched the whole. I was able to watch the whole like little reveal thing that they did.
Oh, like
So
you like watched it go down as it happened and everything?
yeah. I
Oh,
watched the.
nice.
Yeah, I was able to watch the whole live reveal. And dude, man, I'm excited.
See,
Like,
I don't like I said, I don't really know what's going on in the story or anything anymore. So
mhm.
I appreciated like the little like kind of catch up thing they did it for a sec, but I have no idea what's going on. So I don't know if you want to fill me in or if it looks good or are you excited? What's going on here, man? Let me know.
Well, yeah, man. So with Shadowkeep, so far, what has happened is we've not only brought back um, Saint 14, which we talked about before.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a whole thing that um, brought back Trials of Osiris, and not only did that happen in game, but with Shadowkeep, the main kind of story was, you went to the moon because the hive or like some kind of like scarlet hive were like coming out and assembling, and there was all this stuff happening. And so you go into the Scarlet Keep and you fight the hive. But then when you go down in when once the story progresses, you actually find out that there's this actual giant like pyramid ship that's just inside of the moon. And this pyramid ship is basically like it's what the darkness is pretty much.
Oh, so like you finally found the source of the darkness?
Yeah, the thing is though, it's not just this one pyramid ship. There's a whole fleet of them coming coming
Ooh.
to the solar system.
Of course there is.
So the last in the last
So it's
expansion,
like
oh,
some
not in the
taken
last
so it's like
season.
some Taken King type stuff, but like on steroids.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh
So
man.
and so this last season we're trying to use the Warmind to destroy this giant ship called the Almighty that in
Mhm.
Destiny 2. Did you play Destiny 2 at all?
Yeah, I quit. I stopped when the Cabal raid came out.
Okay, so you pretty much know what the Almighty is then, right?
Yes.
That giant ship that Gaul was trying to just like power up and destroy the Earth with.
Yes.
Yeah, so the whole theme of last season was so they they go and destroy the controls to the Almighty and
Mm-hmm.
pretty much send it like plummeting towards the Earth.
Oh.
So the whole thing of the season was like all the Guardians were coming together to destroy the Almighty and stop it from destroying everything. And
Fair
it's kind
enough.
of cool because they did like a whole live event and thing at the end of the season where you could,
Mm-hmm.
if you stood in the tower, it kind of took a long time. It took like about an hour. It was like an hour thing, but like you could actually, if you stood in the tower, you could see when at the end of the season the Warmind Rasputin just like shot all these rockets at the action because you could see it like it falling towards the earth,
Yeah.
and then you just saw the like rockets. Like there's a cool like what's it called? Like when they do like a fast forward kind of thing. Uh,
Like a time skip.
yeah. Like the whole time stretch of it.
Oh,
You
like a
can,
time lapse when you see time
yeah,
go super. Oh,
exactly. Yeah,
okay.
there you go. Time lapse. And there's actually one of those that you can find online. I think on Bungie's Twitter. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, dude, it's you can see when like this was happening live. Like I think this was the first time they did something like this where something in game was happening like
Oh,
live.
like the stuff Fortnite does.
Yeah, so this giant ship was coming down. So then you saw like the Warmind just like obliterate it, and then it fall down and like crash land on Earth. It was really
Damn.
cool. Yeah, it looks really cool. Like you should check that out because it's really cool. And
I'll probably look into it. Yeah.
but yeah, now that that's done, like this whole new like season of Arrivals, now it's like we're finding out more about the darkness in game, And so, of course, Eris and you. I don't believe you've met the Drifter, but the Drifter is like the sketchy guy who lives like in the annex of the tower.
Never met the Drifter, no.
Yeah, he's a cool guy, and then he's just like, he's just this guy that's just like, I don't trust the Vanguard. Like, there's a whole thing like they make you choose sides and everything. Anyways, I'm kind of going on. I can go on and on about this, but
Nice.
basically, what the new season is about is just, you know, we're learning about the darkness, and the whole goal is kind of, I think, working towards the new expansion Beyond Light,
Mm-hmm.
where we actually get to wield. They're saying that we're going to wield the darkness, you know.
Oh, okay. So you're gonna like go Sith in the Destiny universe per
Well,
se?
not just that, dude. They're adding a whole new damage type to the game.
Ooh, what darkness type or what?
It's I think it's what was it called? It's called God, it starts with an S. I forgot what it was called, but it's basically, yeah, it's pretty much going to be darkness type,
That's
pretty
crazy.
much.
Yeah, I saw the thing that caught me as like I said, like an OG fan off guard was at the end of the trailer with Eris and probably the Drifter guy. You said you could also finally see the freaking Exo Stranger or
Dude,
whatever her name was.
the stranger is coming back.
Dude, finally, man. That was such a freaking plot. I was just like, all right, peace. Thanks for beating the game. Never see you again.
There was no time to explain what they didn't have time to explain.
Oh, I just got a flashback. That's terrible. I hate that.
That was like the one
So
line that the Exo Stranger is remembered for. Is like, I don't have
yes.
time to explain what I don't have time to explain.
God, I hate you. I hate you, stranger.
But no, yeah, she's coming back, and I think the whole little trailer that they did was, first of all, was the dope cutscene, like her riding in Europa and everything, and they're bringing
Hmm.
back a whole new planet, and they're also bringing back the Cosmodrome,
Oh,
the
okay.
Destiny 2, and so but the whole reveal that they did is, so what they're gonna do is, in Destiny 2, since the game is getting so big, they're actually going to start cycling things in and out. So like stuff that's not
Oh,
played
okay.
as much, like say like the Leviathan raid, the first raid that's not played like a lot, they're gonna start cycling things out so they can add new things, you know, and then as
Bring
they're
back the Vault of Glass.
exactly, and as they're doing that, they can bring back old stuff from D1 that everyone really enjoyed, like
Vault
you
of
said,
Glass.
the Vault
Vault
of
of
Glass.
Glass.
So I think it's gonna be dope to be able to play. Like once that comes out, probably next year sometime, everyone should be on, or most people should be on a PS5 by then, sometime next year. So it's gonna be dope.
Yeah, and it's been confirmed that it's gonna run freaking buttery smooth at 4K 60 on the PS5 and Series X. So it's
Yeah,
gonna be a amazing experience on there, man. I'm stoked.
yeah. Have you seen like what they've done with the PC version? What some people have done?
No, are people modding it and everything or what?
Well, not just that, but like they're able, on the PC version, they're able to run it like at a way higher
You mean
quality.
yeah, well, yeah, obviously. You mean like yeah, people running it at like over 120 frames and stuff. You mean?
Yeah, exactly. And it looks
Yeah,
so good.
dude. I haven't actually checked out any footage, but I'll probably do that
Check it
soon.
out, man, because it won't be as good as what it is on a PC, of course, like someone that's got like the super high intensity graphics card and everything.
Yeah, see,
But
my computer is super good except for the freaking I instantly regretted it, man, because like I actually like went for like a pretty decent build, and I honestly misread fixing, and then it was too late. But
uh,
man,
but yeah, I'm excited to finally see Destiny in like that like upgraded definition. You know what I mean?
you don't even have a 4K TV yet, so you don't even know what it's like right now,
No, I don't. I'm still
dude.
living in 1080p land.
Dude, that's crazy. When you come by to pick up this Switch grip thing, step inside for a second, and I'll boot up one of the I'll boot up like Red Dead for you. on the X, and you'll
Oh,
die.
I've seen some 4K video games before because my little brother he has a 4K TV, so I've seen him play on 4K, and it looks
Yeah,
really
dude.
good, dude. But yeah,
Kingdom
for
Hearts.
sure.
Kingdom Hearts looked pretty good. Like once, like after I trudged my way through it, but it looked good.
Yeah, I'm excited for that for sure, dude.
Moving on from Destiny, we're super excited. I'm super. I wanted to it, but like at this point, I might probably just wait for it to come out in its full glory on next gen. So next gen is more than on the horizon now, especially after this week. So
Yeah, I was talking to my brother about that, and yeah, we were just saying, man, I know you're kind of itching to come back to Destiny, but just wait till the next gen, dude.
yeah, I know.
Just wait out a little bit.
I know. I think I'm going to. But yeah, we can go ahead and move on from that and just touch up real quick on a little bit of nostalgia, a little bit of awesomeness, a little bit of little surprise news that dropped earlier in the week from one of my favorite like modern companies that popped up a couple of years ago called Arcade One Up.
Huh.
They released basically like little mini versions, not too many, but definitely smaller than an actual arcade cabinet versions of arcade games to put in your home, so you can build like a small little home arcade.
Hmm.
And they've released a bunch of good stuff. They've released like classic stuff, Galaga, all that kind of stuff. They've done uh, TMNT. They did Ninja Turtles. They did Marvel superheroes. They've done a bunch of the Star Wars. They did the Star Wars ones, like the old school Star Wars arcades. So they've done a whole bunch of stuff. All kinds of arcade stuff. So it's always super interesting to see what they're going to release next. They're currently, I think this month or next month, they're releasing like an NBA Jam one, if you remember NBA Jam from back in the day.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's coming out. But they had a little presentation earlier in the week during IGN Summer of Games, and they dropped some bombs, man. So they're releasing part of their next wave is going to be Miss Pac-Man, which in and of itself is pretty crazy. I don't know if you know, but Miss Pac-Man is pretty scandalous to release in general. Like it's hard to get releases and everything because it's caught in like this weird legal type of battle.
Oh
Because
yeah.
Miss Pac-Man was actually released, I believe, by a bunch of college students who kind of modified the source code of the original Pac-Man to make it run faster and better.
Hmm.
And so Namco ended up obviously trying to sue them to take it down and all that stuff, but they ended up like I don't know what ended up happening, but the point is there's disputes because Namco didn't actually like own it because it was developed by these random kids or whatever, so or something like that. I'm not too familiar with the actual story, but it's hard to get the game released because it's a legal mess basically. So they're re-releasing that, and that one includes like Miss Pac-Man, Galaxian, and a bunch of other stuff. But they're also releasing the first wave of light gun games. So they're releasing a Big Buck Hunter Pro cabinet thing. So it comes with Big Buck Hunter Pro, Big Buck Safari, Big Buck Safari Outback, and Big Buck Hunter Pro Open Season. So it actually comes with like a little rifle and everything, like the old light gun games.
Yeah.
So they're finally delving into that, which means that means House of the Dead and Dino Crisis could come at some point in the future. So that's pretty exciting. But the big one is that they're freaking releasing Marvel cabinets. They're releasing another one. They already done one before, but they're releasing an X-Men versus Street Fighter cabinet and a
Oh,
Marvel versus
what?
and a Marvel versus Capcom cabinet. So they both have slightly games, but for the most part, they both have the big one, which is for us, which is Marvel versus Capcom. So the first one has the X-Men versus Street Fighter cabinet has X-Men Children of the Atom,
Hmm.
X-Men Mutant Apocalypse, and the original arcade ROMs for Marvel vs. Capcom Clash of Heroes and X-Men vs. Street Fighter. And then the
Damn.
second, yep, so that's quite the lineup. And then the second cabinet, which is going to have the actual Marvel vs. Capcom branding and stickers and decals on the side. That one is going to have Marvel vs. Capcom, X-Men vs. Street Fighter, Marvel Superheroes vs. Street Fighter, and Marvel Superheroes War of the Gems. So it's a lot of Marvel and a lot of Capcom and a lot of those awesome old arcade games that we used to love, man. But I'm actually gonna cop this one. I was super tempted to cop the Turtles one because I'm a big Turtles guy, but I also don't have a lot of nostalgia for that arcade machine.
Yeah, I only remember ever playing that like at Chuck E. Cheese.
And not even then. The one I remember playing the most at arcade machines is the Simpsons one. So if they drop a Simpsons,
the Simpsons one too. That was a good game.
Yeah, so I did the Simpsons one. So Simpsons for sure I'd cop, and then the only other one I'd cop is freaking Marvel vs. Capcom, and it's finally here. So I'm pre-ordering this as soon as it comes. I don't know where the hell I'm gonna put it, but I'll find room. I will find room, man. I don't care. I need my own Marvel vs. Capcom little cabinet, dude. So
hell yeah.
Did you have a chance to take a look at it at all? Did you see the pictures I sent you and everything?
Yeah, I only really saw those pictures that you sent, but in and of itself, that's just like that's like the coolest thing ever. Just being able to like own your own Marvel vs. Capcom cabinet, like that's so cool.
Dude, yeah. Not only that, like the pictures don't show it, but ever since like the newer waves that have been dropping, they actually have like the originals didn't have like a light up marquee at the top, so like it was just a regular like decal at the top.
Right.
But now that the top bar is actually a light up marquee, so it like lights up and everything. So,
oh, what? That's cool.
Yeah, so it's like super, 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 super dope, and I'm so excited, and I can't wait to pre-order it. They're usually pretty expensive. They're usually like $350 or something like that.
That's not too bad.
Yeah.
For a big ass cabinet, that's not bad at all, man.
Compared to like what an actual one would be going for, you know what I mean? It's great, but I'm excited, man. I'm actually I think during this whole COVID started blowing them out at Walmart's. So I haven't popped in there because I don't really like going into Walmart, but I've been meaning to look in there because they've been selling them for like $50, I think.
Really?
And yeah. And you can find the old ones for $50 if I can find one because they have Street Fighter and they have Mortal Kombat ones.
Oh,
so
what?
If I can find either Street Fighter 2 or the Mortal Kombat ones, I'd probably cop them if they were $50.
Hell yeah.
I'd probably just keep them like boxed up and stored for a while till I have more room till I move or something. But I'd cop it just to cop it, you know.
Yeah, same here, dude. Honestly, if I had the room, I'd probably dedicate like a whole bedroom just for video game stuff, just little arcade machines and everything.
Yeah, and then on the side note, to keep on the Marvel thing they're doing, they're also releasing a full, well, not full, but like a little mini digital pinball machine. So like an actual
like a Marvel pinball machine.
Yeah, like a full on like one of those cool ass pinball machines, like fully Marvel themed and everything.
Oh, that's cool.
They're also releasing that. I wouldn't cop that, but you know, it's also a cool little side note that they're dropping. All right, man, and now it's time to get into the imitators. Yeah, that's right. I brought the phrase back. The imitators. It's the freaking PS5 event. The reveal of the Sony modem. The Seto Kaiba 5.
All the memes. All the memes.
Dude. So this is going to be quite a freaking doozy to cover. So let's just freaking get right into it because there's a lot to go over, man. So do you want to start by just going like by order of how the event went, just going through the games, or do you want to talk about the console first, the actual design and everything?
Let's do the PlayStation thing and fucking save the console shit for last. Like, no one fucking expected it.
Okay, so first of all, I started with a big fat of GTA 5 for some reason, which was ridiculous. It was just like, hey, GTA 5's coming next year. It's not even coming at launch. And it's just like, okay, thanks, whatever. But then after that, they pretty much stepped on the gas and just never, ever, ever, ever let up. Jim Ryan came out, said a few words, and a little speech with, but we're going to let the games in today. It's exactly what they did. Right off the freaking bat, first game they show, Spider-Man Miles Morales.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, which in and of itself, by the way, side note, just sneaking this in at the created a whole tizzy all over this morning.
Did it really?
Because some random, I don't know who it was, but some source from some was quoted in an article saying that it wasn't a standalone game, that it was going to be a lengthy expansion to Spider-Man 4 as part of a remaster for the PS5. Spider-Man 4. Yeah. So everyone was like, what? We thought it was a new game, blah, 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 blah. How could they do this? Misleading with the marketing, blah, 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 blah. Then Insomniac themselves came out and was just like, we're excited to share more later about Miles Morales, a standalone game. Yes, we confirm a standalone game.
Okay, so good. Yeah.
So Insomniac confirmed it, but then but the misinformation was already out there, so people were just arguing all day about it. And dude, and the pinnacle of it all, I don't think I sent you. I've been sending you a bunch of memes all day, but I didn't send you this. The pinnacle of it all, the worst tweet I saw was Insomniac themselves tweeted it's a standalone game, and some random idiot on the internet replied to Insomniac, the verified account of the developer, and was like, source? Bro, they make the how are you gonna ask them for us? They are the source.
No, they don't even know, man. They don't even know.
I'm losing my goddamn shit.
The Shadow Realm is the source.
But yeah, man, I'm sorry. I need a second to recover from that. Jesus.
Oh, dude, people just can't have things, dude. They just oh man, that's so funny.
Yeah, but as we've discussed before on the podcast, we're both big Spider-Man fans, not just of the games, but of just Spider-Man in general. And you're a big fan of the game. I haven't played it myself, unfortunately, but I plan to change that as soon as possible. So, what's up, man?
Automatic cop.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Like no questions asked, dude. Come on. That's like my favorite superhero like ever, Spider-Man. And dude, Miles Morales, like his character, not only is it awesome that it's like, because I don't know if you read the comics at all, but
yes,
the whole thing
plugged into Miles and everything. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So like the whole thing about Peter Parker moving on, and Miles coming in, like that whole thing, like is awesome. And not only that, but I saw from the trailer, like he has fucking lightning powers. And he has the whole invisibility thing going on.
Like, well, yeah, that's Miles' thing.
Yeah, I know that's his thing, but like I'm just excited to have it in game. You know what I mean?
Dude, I know it's gonna be so sick, dude. Like I can't wait to play both, but specifically as Miles, I love Peter Parker to death. I always will. But as soon as Miles was introduced, man, I fell completely in love with his whole character. I love that he's like a little, a little crazy Hispanic kid and everything like that. So I think it's great, man. I think he's great. I think his lightning powers are super sick. And last year, pretty sure it was last year, Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 dropped on Switch.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're the Ultimate Alliance games from back in the day.
Yeah, I remember them. Yeah. I knew about that one. I didn't play the new ones. Like, I just didn't get into them, really.
Mm-hmm, yeah, well, it came back exclusively on Switch last year. They released Ultimate Alliance 3, and I played that thing almost exclusively with Miles Morales as my lead character. Like,
nice.
I would switch out almost everybody else, but I always kept Miles. He's my favorite. Spider-Man's always my favorite.
Same, man. Same here.
And the Miles iteration in particular is my favorite now because, like I said, the lightning powers just do it for me. I don't know. I think it's cool.
It's a cool addition to the already cool powers that Spider-Man has.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, man, Spider-Man, and the big shocker is that it's dropping actually holiday 2020, so it's dropping at the end of this year, which means it's most likely a freaking launch title, man. So what a way to, everyone always talks shit about shitty launches, but dude, a brand new Spider-Man game? Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
Day one cop, day one PS5, day one Spider-Man. Let's go.
Yeah.
And then they moved it right along, kept their foot on the gas, literally this time, because they went straight into Gran Turismo 7. As we know, PlayStation is always stepping it up with the racing games. They've always been at the cutting edge with Gran Turismo. I think too able to do pretty high resolutions even back in the day, like going up to like almost 720i or something
Well, the
like.
thing about Gran Turismo is they've always really pushed the graphics
Mm-hmm.
as
So
far as they could go for all of the PlayStation releases that they've ever done. So just seeing that footage is like, holy shit! Like,
yeah, because dude, this generation, like, for example, on Xbox, they have Forza Horizon and stuff like that. Racing games already look so freaking insane that it's hard to imagine that they can get much better. But then you pull up with and watch that footage, and you're just like, God damn. And the most exciting thing, like we were discussing earlier, like for people who care about that kind of stuff, is usually they try and push things pretty far with racing games because they don't have to focus too much on rendering everything like whole ass worlds. You're just rendering the track and it's moving really fast. But it's a possibility that these racing games start hitting 120 frames per second on these consoles that they target that. You know what I mean?
yeah, definitely, or
So
at least close to that.
so it's definitely going to be crazy to see what they hit with those numbers and basically how good these things can look, man. Because like I said, racing games are always pretty much what's pushing the edges of realism in games. It's what looks most realistic nowadays, you know, is racing games. So let's see how far we've gone this time, you know.
Yeah,
But yeah, let's grant
says
that not Grand Theft Auto.
Gran Turismo.
That's Gran Turismo. Moving along from that, I'm not a big racing guy, so we can move on to arguably the most impressive thing we saw all show. Horizon was cool, Spider-Man was cool, but this we had extended gameplay, and oh my god, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart.
Are you a big Ratchet and Clank fan?
No, I'm not. But no, but just how amazing like it looked, like graphics wise, and I don't know if you noticed, but that was basically off the PS5. That was them using that SSD that they're bragging about to full effect. Every single time he like dragged one of those portals to him, he jumped to a completely new level, new world, new planet with no loading times. Every time he jumps through a portal, he loads a whole new level, a whole new world, and
Mm-hmm.
there's no loading time. So that's them really showing off, and that's what I mean by wow, wow, that was impressive. The animations were super fluid. I'm not a big fan of Ratchet and Clank, and I'm not like big into the story or the games at all. I'm just saying, like, as a technical showcase of what's gonna
Yeah, that's
happen.
right. That's true. You're right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not saying like, oh yeah, I'm in for Ratchet and Clank or anything. It's kind of like
That's
I
right. I
kind of
was like,
came.
whoa.
No,
I
I'm just
got a
saying.
Ratchet and Clank fan in here.
Well, no, because everything else was like cinematic trailers and stuff like that and everything. And this actually showed actual gameplay where we actually see what these games are actually going to look like in motion. You
Yeah,
know?
no, I agree. I like seeing that. Um, Seeing that was really cool. I watched that whole reveal with my brother, and we had the same reaction. Like, holy shit! Like, for like a cartoony, goofy game to look this good, like,
Dude,
holy shit!
it looks like a freaking Pixar movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
it
almost
looked like it literally looked like you were like they were playing through a movie. It was crazy.
his little like dodge, the animations and his little dodge rolls and stuff like that was so like fluid and crazy, man. Like if that's what a cartoony game looks like, man, imagine what they're gonna do with like what we're gonna talk about later, what they showed later on in the show, like Demon Souls and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But dude, I I I'm excited. Like that was one of the few things that I saw show where it's just like, oh yeah, that's not running on that can't happen on what we have right now. You know, like not even like a
hmm
PS4 Pro can't play that.
right.
So I think it looked really good. Like I said, I'm not really big into the game, but like I mean, I'm into like I'm a Nintendo guy, so I don't really mind cutesy, fun art style. So I'm definitely gonna give it a try because it looks fun and it looks impressive. So
Right.
I'll give it a try when it comes out. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
it's made by Insomniac, which is the same people who make Spider-Man, so it's got to be good, you know.
Right. So what came up next on the
So
list?
after that was a new IP by Square Enix. So we didn't get to see Final Fantasy 16, unfortunately, but it was a brand new IP called Project Athia,
Yeah,
and
that it looks really cool, dude.
yeah, it looks super trippy. Um, so these like crazy like little wolf creatures like crawling around, and then like I guess it looks kind of like first person view, and she was using kind of like force powers and stuff to move stuff around and everything, and it
No,
looked cool.
it kind of looked a little like third person in because like there was a shot in the trailer where like she like you could see her like the character and then she did like some kind of like earthbendy stuff and like
Hmm.
grew some vines around some kind of enemy
Yeah,
or
yeah,
something.
yeah, yeah. Like she grew like some freaking what's his name from Naruto,
Yeah,
Yamato with
yeah, yeah, yeah.
the wood style. Yeah, she was.
Went full full wood style up there. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, so
It looked really good. Like
it
all
looked
the
really good.
games that came out on here were just like
Yeah,
they all looked
so
amazing.
I don't know if that's dropping anytime soon, but again, I'm willing to give it a try.
Well,
Next up was
Square Enix never disappoints. I don't, well, rarely
wow,
disappoints.
wow, wow,
Rarely, in my
wow.
opinion.
Well, Square Enix's main teams really disappoint, but you gotta understand Square Enix is huge now. They have a lot of subdivisions and little tiny teams,
That's true. That's
and
true. You're right. You're right.
so Square Enix is too big to go wrong. But yeah, I get what you're saying. Definitely looks good. I have faith in it. Yes, and the next thing was pretty strange. It was a game called Stray, which a lot of cat lovers all over the internet lost their crap for.
Dude,
It's a
hell
se-
yeah.
it's a little game. From the context clues that I could infer from the trailer, I assume humans have gone for the most part extinct, and everyone's a robot now because there was like spray paint on the walls as the cat was walking by. It said "Rip humans" and stuff like that, and everyone
Hmm.
seemed to be a robot. But yeah, apparently you play as a little cat with a backpack.
Yeah, so we'll see what that's like.
We'll see what that's all
It
about. But
was
I mean,
very vague, but it looked cool.
it looked interesting, so I mean, we'll see what's up. I mean, I'm down to play as a cat, whatever. I'm down for whatever. So next up was Returnal, which looks super weird. It was about this lady in a spaceship who is stuck in some sort of loop where she keeps crashing on an island, getting attacked by monsters, dying, then waking up halfway through crashing again, getting attacked by monsters, dying, wakes up halfway through crashing again, getting attacked by monsters and dying. But I guess every time that she comes back, the planet that she's on is slightly different, so it's changing as she goes. So who
I,
knows? But
I guess we'll see what that's about.
it looks it was one of many games that looks just super super out there.
It's a Groundhog Day.
Hmm.
Like I don't know.
I don't
That
know.
game looked weird, but it looked cool.
Yeah. So next up was Sackboy's Big Adventure. So this actually,
Little Big Planet.
yeah, Little Big Planet guy in a full 3D platform, which was giving off heavy Odyssey. So, PlayStation going for a bit of a wider audience, a bit of a younger audience there, trying to get the Nintendo fans roped in here with a little Mario type game. So it looks pretty cool. I wouldn't kick it out of bed. I'd check it out.
Yeah. I don't know. I've played Little Big Planet before. Not a big fan of Little
Well,
Big Planet.
it's not a Little Big Planet game. It's made
No,
by
I know that.
Podboyz.
It's kind of like a spin-off kind of deal.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So it's not like a create your own level type of thing or whatever like Little Big Planet is. It's just a straight up game.
Right. Well, I mean, in Little Big Planet 3, there was that whole creation thing, but there's also like there's a whole full ass campaign for it where it is a platformer
Hmm.
and you solve like little puzzles and stuff as you go.
Okay.
So it kind of reminded me of that a little bit. And it looks cool. It's another game that looks like a fun little party game.
Yeah, it looks pretty fun. I mean, it's probably gonna be free on PS Plus at some point, so I'll probably
Right.
grab it for free on PS Plus and run through it.
Yeah.
The next up after that was Demolition All Stars, Destruction All Stars, what it was called.
Destruction. That game
Looks
fucking
like
blew me away. It
Yeah,
looked like Rocket League mixed with what's that?
Twisted
Twisted
Metal is what
Metal.
it is.
Yeah, mixed with Twisted Metal,
But you
mixed
could
with
also walk
Hop
like hop
Out.
out and like run around and drop kick people. Apparently, like it looks wild. There's a lot going on for sure. Like in like, I'm not like a big multiplayer guy, but that looks like some crazy fun party game. I'd be willing to try. So looks like it gets wacky.
Yeah, I agree, man. I that's one of the games that I'm like, oh, that looks fun. Like I want to play that with all the homies.
Yeah, like Rocket League is fun, but I suck at aiming and shooting the ball in Rocket League. So this one's more of just, hey, let's crash into people and blow. Hell yeah, I'm in.
Yeah, same here, man. Same here.
And the next game after that, I'm actually super interested in. It's called Kenna Bridge of Spirits. It
Yeah,
looks like,
that game looked really cool. It looked kind of like Jack and Daxtery in a way, but also
yeah, but also like Zelda vibes and everything.
yeah.
Like. So it looked super cool, man. I'm definitely excited to try that. But again, I need to see and know a little more. What's I think arguably the weirdest game that was showcased here, called Goodbye Volcano High. I
Yeah,
believe
what
it's
the
called.
hell was that?
I don't know. It was like a weird like high school, but like everyone's like these
No, 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 no.
weird
All right.
humanoid dinosaurs.
Okay, you know what? That wasn't even the weirdest game that they showcased. I think the
You don't
weirdest
think
game that
weirder than
they,
the dinosaur people game, Eric?
dude, Bug Snacks.
Oh no. We'll
Did you
get to
not?
bug snacks. We'll get to bug snacks.
Oh God. But yeah, dude. I don't
Man.
I can't get behind either of those.
Yeah, dude, it was super weird. I guess, yeah, we'll get bug snacks out of the way since you brought it up now, so we have to talk about it later or ever again. Ever again.
What the
But
fuck?
dude, what the fuck was bug snacks, dude?
Oh, dude, I have
Send
no
it
idea.
internet bug snacks. Bug snacks. Oh, I don't know. Like,
No.
I don't know what to say.
Well, you know what though? I feel
There's like 40 different rants. There's like 40 different rants about bug snacks going on in my head right now.
well, in in their defense, I think it's kind of geared toward more to like a younger audience.
I guess, but like, who wants to play that? What do we even do? You just
Dude,
go around and eat weird bug food creatures, and like their body starts changing it to. The guy had. I was carrying a lamp with my wiener hands, and then I dropped it. Wiener hands.
oh no.
I can't. And then hold on, circling back, ooh, I'm so angry right now. Circling the dinosaur people game, Eric. The dinosaur people game. They're wearing people clothes. It's like furries, but but you can't actually call them furries because there's no fur. They're scalies. Scalies. New term. I coined it here. You heard it here first. It's a game for scalies, and it makes me so uncomfortable.
Well, were
And
they all
why?
dinosaurs? Were they all
Yeah,
dinosaurs?
they were all dinosaurs.
Like,
Like
or maybe like lizard people, or
little, they had little like triceratop horns and stuff, man, and like little pterodactyl wings. Like they were dinosaurs, man.
fucking weird,
Like the
man.
first time I had to watch it because I watched the whole thing a couple times. The first time I thought they were like dolphin people, to be honest, and then later I when I saw it the second time, I started seeing the more dinosaur-like features. But why are we spending so much time on this? Let's move on. Let's move on. So
Yes,
next
please.
they showed off a new Oddworld game. I don't know if you're familiar with
Hell
the
yeah,
Oddworld
dude.
series.
Oddworld is dope.
Oddworld is super cool. And it looks super intense. Actually, it's called Oddworld Soulstone, I believe it's called, or
Hmm.
Soulstorm, and it looks super good. It looks intense. It looks creepy. It looks Like freaking,
It
it
looks
looks
like Oddworld,
gruesome.
man. It looks like
It's
Oddworld.
gruesome like Oddworld. Yep. So I'm probably gonna check that out. Like those.
You're into platformers and stuff. I think you'd like Oddworld. It's like
Yeah,
puzzle
yeah.
platformer. Yeah.
I've played a couple of them before. I've played
Oh, for sure.
Abe's Odyssey, and
Okay.
I played another one. Yeah, but I like Oddworld, so I'll probably check that out. And then next, dude, is another one of my favorites from the whole presentation. This one was announced at E3 last year. Created by Shinji Mikami, which is a pretty big name in the industry. He created, I believe, Resident Evil, among other things.
Mm-hmm.
But this one's called Ghostwire Tokyo. So it's the people who did The Evil Within, I believe.
Oh, okay.
So they're pretty big on horror, and this is supposed to be it was announced as a super spooky horror game and stuff like that. But then when they came out with the gameplay, it was not what I was expecting, and it looks super sick. So it's like first person, and you're walking around with like doing little like kind of jutsu hand symbols and like casting all these weird spells, and like it's basically, it reminds me of like a warlock from Destiny if you could switch between all of the elements and everything on the fly.
Yeah,
And
kind of.
yeah, and blast everything with all different kinds of powers, but apparently at the same time it's paranormal stuff you're fighting and weird ghosts and demons and extra dimensional stuff. And I am so sold on this game. Like I'm not huge on horror, so I didn't think I was gonna be into it at all. But then when I
Or
actually
first person.
yeah, yeah. But then I saw what it was, and I was like, dude, this looks sick. You know, like I love like ninja powers and casting magic and stuff like that. Like Skyrim, I go for magic builds. I used to go for warlock and Destiny when I first started. Like I love magic stuff. You know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
I love
You know,
casting.
yeah,
Sorceress and Diablo.
yeah, that one looked cool for sure. It definitely looked different. So I might check that one out too.
Yeah, I definitely want to see what that one's about. The next one was called Jet the Far Shore, which I can't remember what it was off the top of my head. So I'm kind
You
of
can't remember it because it was just a lot of flying scenes.
oh, was it?
Yeah.
Ah, okay, okay.
If
Well,
you didn't, it was just very vague. It was just like flying in space.
then I don't care.
Yeah.
Then next after that was actually the first PS5 game ever showed. It ever shown. It was shown actually back in December at the Game Awards. It's called Godfall, and it looks pretty cool. Did you check? Did you? It looks. It's basically kind of like Destiny. It's like a third person Destiny, but it's a melee focus. It's
Yeah.
instead of a looter shooter, they're
A
calling it a
little slasher.
looter slasher. So
Yeah.
I'm definitely super interested in checking that out.
Yeah, isn't that made by the same people that did what's it called? You just talked about it earlier. The Xbox game you just bought.
Borderlands.
Borderlands.
Yeah,
They do that.
Gearbox.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Gearbox. Yeah, it's the same
Yeah.
studio, right?
So I'm actually super stoked to check that out because I love loot based stuff and everything like that. So and then I love like I like Devil May Cry and stuff like that, and in your face slash dodge type of things, and
Right.
tack that on with getting legendary armor and shit like that. Hell yeah, I'm in day one. I'm down for a melee Destiny. What do
Hell
you
yeah.
what do you think? You gonna hop in with me or what?
Yeah, I've been really like I just got back into Bloodborne, and I have also been playing. Well, I just started playing Dark Souls 3 again.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm kind of getting back into the little slasher mood. So I probably get that.
Nice. Then the next game after that was called Solar Ash. They didn't show much of it, just a quick little like teaser. It looked pretty cool, but the interesting thing to me is that it's by the same creators of this game called Hyperlight Drifter.
Mm-hmm.
This little cool little like top down indie game. It's like a little, it's kind of like similar to like a top down Zelda, but a lot harder and a lot weirder with the puzzles. It's like
Mm-hmm.
this weird like dystopian future type of thing, like a weird thing. But it's a super cool game, super hard. I beat it on Switch when it came out
Mm-hmm.
a while ago, and so I really like that game. So I mean, it looks kind of like Hyper Light Drifter, but in like an actual full 3D game instead of just like a little top-down 2D game. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I'm definitely excited to check that one out. Did you pull that up? Did you check it out at all?
Yeah, like I said, I watched the whole reel, and that one was cool. There's a lot of these games that I'm just like, yeah, I'd probably eventually play that. Yeah, okay, I'll play that too.
The next game, I have absolutely nothing to add to, nothing to say, no care at all. Hitman 3. What do you think? Hitman 3?
Let's
Anything?
move on.
Bye. Next, they showed Astrobot. Something. So I forgot what the subtitle was, but it's another Astrobot game. Astrobot was a big deal a while ago when it dropped because it was a VR game on PSVR, and they're saying it was like the Super Mario 64 moment of VR, meaning it was like a big leap for the medium, and it was like actually like a fully fledged super good game on VR for once. This one looks like it might not require VR at all, and it's gonna be like a weird little platformer using that same little mascot Astrobot or whatever.
Yeah, it looks fun. I'm not a big fan of it.
Yep, neither am I. Moving on. Next, this one looked kind of cool actually. It's called Little Devil Inside.
Yeah, that one looked cool. It was like a Roblox kind of.
Yeah, it kind of like but also like Tim Burton-y type of in a way. You know what I mean? Little claymation.
It looked really interesting to say the least.
But it looks cool. Like so, but it looks like you just like go around hunting giant beasts of sorts and stuff like that. And they showed like little tiny snippets of gameplay. It looked pretty cool. You know, there's like a lot of bow and arrow type of stuff.
You know, I got a hunch. I got a hunch that with the title and the whole little screenshots that they showed and everything, I feel like this little guy is living inside of that person that you keep saying.
Oh, that's why you think that's probably why it's called Little Devil Inside.
I could be wrong, but that's the hunch
That's
I
a good
get.
theory. No. I could definitely see that.
Because
I
it
feel
kept
that.
going back to like some shots of a guy sleeping, of a guy like using the toilet. So like, I don't know. Maybe it's some kind of like Osmosis Jones thing, you know?
Or Inception type of dreamscape type of thing, you know.
Yeah.
We'll see. But yeah, I'd probably check it out.
Yeah, same here. So what's the next one?
We already fucking talked about it, and we can move the fuck on because fuck Bug Snacks.
Oh, and then, game of the year, man.
And the next was a pretty big deal for a lot of people out there. It's a full-on remake by Bluepoint, the same people who did the full-on remake of Shadow of the Colossus a couple of years back. It's the game that started it all, man. Demon's Souls, back on the PS3. So the comparison shots from the PS3 to now look freaking ridiculous. It's basically a whole new game. It's gonna be looking like
super sick.
So it looks amazing. Like I said, I've slowly been dipping my toe into the pain that is Souls. So I'll probably pick it up. Probably never, ever be good enough to go all the way through it and beat it. But hey, I'll cop it and die a bunch. Why not? You know.
Same here.
The next one was actually pretty interesting. I believe it's by Bethesda. Yeah, and it was also announced at their E3 and kind of showed off last year at E3. It's called Deathloop.
Hell yeah.
That one looks super sick. It's like reminds me of like it's like a Tarantino movie turned video game.
Hell yeah, dude. It is sick. Really cool. The whole idea of it is dope. Like
so basically you relive the same 24 hours. You keep dying over and over again. The whole city's after you, trying to kill you. And it looks like you slowly discover that there's 8 main targets that you have to take out within 24 hours. All the while, this crazy-ass sniper chick is on your ass as well, along with the rest of the city. So you got to do everything in one full swoop. And if you die, boom.
It kind of also looked
to the very, very beginning.
Yeah, it kind of looked like what's that called? Like BioShock-ish in a way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The graphic,
the
Yeah.
aesthetic of the world and everything. Yeah, like the world design and
Yeah,
the
it
art
looked like
style.
Dishonored meets BioShock. It was really cool.
Yeah, and he had like he also had like some kinetic force power type of thing going on and everything
Right,
in there.
yeah.
So I'm definitely probably gonna check that. Was all these first person games? You know what? Like, I'm just gonna have to get over it at
Suck it
some
up,
point,
man.
man.
Suck it up.
Yeah. Hopefully, with this new generation, since the consoles are more powerful and everything, and they're allowing for a lot more stuff, they'll have a lot more options in there, so I can turn off motion blur. And I think if I just motion blur, it'll help a lot.
Yeah, maybe.
But yeah, man, Deathloop looked pretty cool. Next they showed off Resident Evil Village, Resident Evil 8, also known as Resident Evil Village. It's looked super good, super crazy. I haven't played Resident Evil 7 because they switched back to first person and they had a whole VR
Fucking
mode.
terrifying. Fucking
But I heard
terrifying.
you played it.
I played, I don't know which one it was, but last Resident Evil I played was first person. It was fucking
Yeah,
terrifying.
it was definitely 7 then because that's when they made the switch to first person.
You started off in this little shack and it was just
Mm-hmm.
fucking,
Mm-hmm.
no.
I haven't played it, but it looks freaking terrifying.
Just
But it
no.
was also it's also supposed to be super 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 good. So this one looks to be following suit. It looks to be shaping up pretty good. It looks like to be like some sort of crazy. A lot of multi-front attacks. Looks like these crazy zombie werewolf type of things. This crazy like witch is chasing you.
Looks
There's
just
a
as
crazy
terrifying
cult.
and
Yeah, so it looks like you're getting boned from every which way at the end. Like Chris Redfield from the old games comes back, but he looks completely different and just caps somebody on the floor. So who knows what's going on there? But I'm in for it. I don't know if I'm gonna cop it myself because I'm a bitch. I copped
same here.
Resident Evil 2 when that re-released last year, and I ran through Leon's story once. Proud of myself for that one, but that's third person, so.
That's a little different.
But so I don't know if I'll cop it, but I might watch someone play through it on Twitch or something and just
All
get the
right.
shit scared out of me because I'm a bitch. Then got a 1-2 punch straight away from Capcom after RE8. They went straight into this another one of like the weirdest games they showed. I honestly thought it was like some Death Stranding sequel shit at first when I saw like the guy in like the weird mech suit. It's a game called Pragmata. So it started off with like a scene of this guy in this weird space suit in like this weird futuristic like Times Square looking area. He sprays like this weird canister of like powder in the air that helps him project these images all around. It looks like it's a
It
sequel to
was
that.
really weird.
And then some little girl is there, and then I don't know what happens, but like a hole rips open in space and they start floating upwards, and then they're on the moon, and it's just like, hey, it's gonna be okay. We'll get home.
I
Pragmata.
yeah.
And it's like, okay. So I don't know what the hell's going on. I don't know what the hell Capcom's doing, but looks like they're putting all that money to use. Monster Hunter's been selling like crazy. They just announced that the whole Resident Evil franchise as a whole has sold over 1 million units. So it looks like they're branching out with that money and trying some weird ass shit. So we'll see what that's all about. And then it happened.
What?
Horizon Zero
Oh,
Dawn 2
dude.
Forbidden
Hell
West.
yes. It looks so good.
It looks insane, dude. Those
Uh,
new like mech creatures, that giant turtle, the elephants.
you haven't even played the first
I haven't
one.
even played it. I've seen bits and pieces of it, but I haven't even played it. But oh my god, dude! Like just like the environments, how lush everything looks and
It's
everything, dude. It looks
probably,
crazy.
honestly, dude, that game is probably one of my favorite games. Like that has come out on the PS4 for sure.
One of the favorites of the generation.
I think so, for me at least, because it's just so good. It plays so well. It's just a super huge world. You could pretty. It's just
This one's probably
it's
going to
just
be
so
even
good,
bigger.
dude. Yeah, definitely. It's just so good. Like the first one. Now when they released that thing, like the sequel, I was just like, I lost my shit, dude.
Dude, I bet because yeah, you had mentioned it when we did the predictions and the expectations that Horizon was one of the big ones you wanted to see. So you got your wish
Yeah,
there, man.
hell yeah,
So
man.
you
Hell
got you
yeah.
got you got a nice bookend, man. You got it kickstarted with Spider-Man and capped off with Horizon. So
Yeah, man.
Sony made you a nice little sandwich, bro.
I'm gonna get both of those games because those two games for sure have been a couple of my favorite from PS4. So I'm excited.
And then after Horizon, it finally happened. The whole show they had been showing like X's and O's and squares and triangles morphing in and out of shapes and into
It was
things and
so
out of
annoying. It
things.
was so
At
fucking
some
annoying.
point, they showed what I assumed to be the new startup menu. That was
They
another
did,
big
yeah.
tease they did. And then, boom, finally at the end with a sick ass, man, add a sick ass beat that they dropped when they revealed it. I
It
was just
was
like,
very
ooh,
showboaty. It
I
was
was
very
getting it to
showboaty.
that beat, dude. But they finally showed it off. It looks like a freaking Wi-Fi router or something crazy. It looks absolutely wild. What are your thoughts on the design? What were your first impressions? What did you say when you saw it? Because I saw it and I said, "What the fuck?" was my reaction.
Dude, I saw it and I said, "Let's go!"
Yeah,
Because
nice.
it looks really cool, dude. I like the design. Um,
Like it better than the Xbox Series X fridge mini ITX tower.
I it's like,
I think I
see,
like the
the thing
Xbox
is,
a little better for the simplicity, to be honest.
well, there's that, but for me, it's like I kind of like how they like did like the whole. Like, it's a pretty bold design, like the way they designed it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but dude, what's crazy is how like big that thing's actually gonna be. Did you see the picture I sent you with the comparisons between all the sizes of the systems?
Dude, I don't care how big it's gonna be. Honestly, like even with the whole Xbox, like that one's it's just a box and it's even
Are you gonna lay it on its side, or are you gonna keep it standing up?
well, I stand my PS4 up
Oh,
right now.
so you're actually gonna
So
stand this dude. That thing is
I
gonna
don't have
be
a problem. I don't have a problem with like
this is gonna be as
standing
almost as
consoles
tall as
up.
your TV, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, well, I like I said, I don't really mind. Like same thing with the Xbox. When they released the Series X thing, I was just like, okay, it looks sleek. It's just like a box. Like you just it it looks like you just I don't know. It's just a box. Like
That thing looks like a little tiny PC tower.
it's simple, you know.
Hmm.
And I kind of see the thing for me. It's like the PS5. It's like the PS4 for me right now. It's like it sits in my room. You know, it's just there. So
Hmm.
if I have a PS5, the way like I'm kind of a fan of just like it's aesthetically good looking. You know what I mean?
Hmm. Hmm.
So to me, it's like if it's gonna be sitting in my room, I want it to look nice. You know?
Yeah, 100%.
So I think it looks cool. Despite all the memes and whatever, despite how big it is, like I think it looks cool.
Dude,
I think they did a good job with like the design and kind of innovating in that way, you know?
that Kaiba meme took
Dude, that shit killed
me
me.
out. Absolutely took me out, dude. I was dying.
Oh man, yeah.
I had already seen a couple, so I was already laughing, and then that one slayed me.
Yeah, dude. For those of you who are listening, someone took the head of Seto Kaiba, the character from Yu-Gi-Oh,
Just
and
put
they
it right
photoshopped it
between.
right in between, and it looks
It looks
it
like
looks
his
perfect.
ridiculously because if for those of you who don't know who Seto Kaiba is, he's famous for having a
Like in the
ridiculously
pop collar.
obscenely high popped and it's usually white. So they just plopped his face right in between, and it looks literally like his freaking giant collar, and it's amazing.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm excited. I'm
Yeah, dude.
excited for both consoles. Really, like
What really was a surprise though is that they beat Microsoft to the punch, and they actually showed side by side two separate consoles. They're gonna have an all digital one with no disk drive. So
hell yeah.
that's crazy, man. That they beat Microsoft to the punch with that. Microsoft, like I said, we've known for a while that they have a second SKU coming, called codename Lockhart. So same thing. It was gonna be like a smaller, cheaper alternative or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with all digital, no disk drive. And they haven't like fully unveiled it or anything, but fucking Sony came and gave them the old leg sweep, man, and just like always, just Krav Maga the shit out of Microsoft, man, because now the tables are absolutely turned and Microsoft is on the floor.
Yeah, I mean, it's whatever. I'm kind of sick of this whole console war shit.
Dude, no, I feel you, but I feel you like
But they really did deliver though.
I'm not coming at it from a console war perspective because I'm still gonna cop both and I'm still gonna game on both and I like both, but
They just did a better
it's
job.
they did a not just that, but it comes down to like the whole past generation too. Like Xbox, I love my Xbox. It's a great system. It's everything looks and runs super good on it, but they just don't have the games to back it up. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
And after a showcase like that from Sony, it just cements 100% why they're the king, why they're on top, why they sell out over 100 million consoles every time, is because they have the games to back it up. And if Microsoft doesn't deliver this time around, then I don't know what's gonna happen to them, man. Because
Yeah.
they need to come with some games. They need to come as hard as Sony did. I want to say so,
Yeah, I
or if
agree.
not harder.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens, man. I'm sure they'll both do fine. They
Yep,
always
and
do.
they announced a litany of accessories along with it. So we already knew about the DualSense controller with all its cool features. You saw the headset looks cool as shit. The like 3D audio headset,
Mm-hmm.
a whole ass HD camera, probably to stream directly from your PS5, which is gonna be a thing without the use of a computer or anything, just straight up streaming straight from there. I don't know if you can already do that. You probably can.
You
You can
can
do gameplay, right?
no, you can stream Twitch. Uh, if you have a camera, um, I forget what it's called, but if you have the PlayStation camera, you can stream directly from PS4.
Okay,
It's a
so
thing, yeah.
this was probably just like a better quality camera.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure there's more to it that we don't know, but we'll see what
Yeah, man.
happens, man. All we can do is wait to get our hands on this stuff.
But yeah, man. So it's looking like it's gonna launch with probably Spider-Man Miles Morales, and
It's probably gonna launch honestly with Horizon, I think.
they already confirmed holiday 2020 for Spider-Man.
Oh, okay.
At the very end of the trailer, it says holiday 2020. So that one's coming out with with the system basically if it's coming holiday 2020. And
Right.
I don't know, it would be awesome if they did both. That would be a hell of a start to the generation, but I don't know if they'll blow two of their biggest loads in one go, you know what I
I
mean?
think they might because you got to think about it. They might do what they always do and have like holiday bundles
Hmm.
where you could either get it with this game or with that game kind of deal.
Yeah, I can see what you're saying, but
Yeah,
I
they've
mean,
done that in the
fuck it,
past.
man. Like I wouldn't be against it. I'd prefer it even, but I just don't think they do it.
Yeah, we'll see, man.
But yeah, man, hell of an event, hell of a week. A lot of stuff, a lot of stuff thrown at us all at once. But I think it was an amazing way to kick off the hype train towards next gen. Um, looks like they're both track to launch holiday of this year, so 4 5 months away at this point. It's gonna fly by, honestly.
Yeah,
And next gen is here, dude. Next gen is here. We've seen it, feel it in the air now. Ratchet demo in particular was super impressive. So I can only imagine what else they're gonna be pulling out, not only at launch, but once people start getting their footing on these consoles and really start making them work.
Yeah, for sure, dude. I'm excited. We'll see what comes when it comes.
Great week, great episode. I think we're gonna wrap it up here. I don't know how we did on time this time around, but bear with us here. There was a lot to cover, unfortunately, or fortunately, which however way you want to look at it. Fortunately, in my case, I love talking about this stuff. So, thank you so much for joining us. A couple of announcements this time around. We do have a bunch of brand new artwork. You can see it all over the YouTube channel, all over the Twitter, all over all of our profiles now. We have brand new profile pictures, brand new headers. It's going to be brand new thumbnails for all the videos going forward with a awesome custom Game Boy Advance design with our logo on it. So be on the lookout for that. Shout out to the homie Evan for putting that together for me at Kimerex Project on Twitter and everything else. KIMERX Project with a K. He's open for commissions. He does amazing artwork. I actually got a bunch of his prints in the other day. I had discussed last week that I ordered some. I don't know if I'll be able to show them here because they are kind of like shrink wrap, so there might be a bit of a glare. But I'll try and show them off here for you guys. So here's the sick ass Samus transforming into Zero Suit Samus there.
That's cool, man.
This one goes this way. It's like a sick ass take on Link where he's like a paladin in an alternate dimension, like fully armored and everything.
Dude, that's really dope.
We got Pit from Kid Icarus, just kind of doing his thing, floating down, shooting an arrow. Another one of my favorites. Again, my girl Samus one more time. This time in like a full bulky Titan type looking armor, like fully like kind of more mech looking than her normal suit.
Yeah.
So that one's super sick as well.
It's like a close up.
And then this again, same thing, kind of an alternate dimension Mega Man. Same thing with a bulkier type of a mech suit type of thing on, with his giant buster cannon there. And yeah, man, so he does, like I said, super amazing work, super amazing art. The logo came out fantastic. He gave us not only the logo, but like a logo with the background and like the actual just fonts that reads PodBoyz Advance in the Game Boy font. So we have a bunch of cool stuff to show off. We can even, I might set up a little Teespring website to slap the logo on tees if you guys want to cop some t-shirts and everything, get some merch going.
Hell yeah.
So thank you so much again to Evan. Super big shout out to him. And make sure you guys check him out on Twitter and everything, and check out the for the page and everything, man. So other than that, make sure you follow us on Twitter, PodBoyz Advanced, same as always. You can find us on there. Make sure you're following the YouTube channel. The YouTube channel is called Knife Life Media. I'm actually going to start, as I discussed a little bit earlier in the episode at the beginning, I'm actually going to start live streaming a lot more frequently on there. There is a little test live stream up there now. It's about 20 minutes long of me running around, swiping at some enemies and doing a little mini boss in Xenoblade as I tested things out. But I'm definitely going to start trying to stream a lot more. I'm most likely going to be starting that with after I finish Xenoblade. I don't really want to stream that because I play RPGs in a not very entertaining way. I grind and I power level a lot, not very entertaining to watch. But I'm probably going to start doing BioShock. I'm probably going to do full playthroughs of the BioShock series. And I'll probably run through Borderlands too and stuff like that with those collections. And yeah, I'm definitely going to start streaming on there. So keep an eye out for that. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Keep up to date for that kind of stuff. If you prefer audio, you can find us on Spotify, PodBoyz Advance. You can find us on Anchor. Anchor puts us on the majority of popular podcast distribution sites. So you can find us pretty much anywhere. Just type in PodBoyz Advance. Find us there. I don't know if I already mentioned the Discord, but join the Discord as well, PodBoyz Advance. I usually leave links to everything wherever you find us, whether it be Anchor, whether it be YouTube. The links to everything is there. Eric, you really need to get on Twitter.
Yeah, I'll get on that pretty soon. I'm still, like I said, I've been meaning to, but with this move, just kind of took over everything.
No, I'm just kidding, man. I'm just kidding. But yeah, man. Shout out once again to our homie Fernando, Major Amicus on Twitch. Make sure you guys check him out. He's going to be building a PC, I believe, tomorrow. Well, I shouldn't say tomorrow because this episode comes out on Sunday. So too late for you to watch his stream, but find him at some point. I might actually start streaming with him a little bit. There's this game on PC that he plays called Divinity Original Sin, which is like an RPG. Mm-hmm. That I've been looking to get into. It dropped on Switch, but I might just get it on PC because he plays with Gilbert and his other homies, but his homies don't really. He wants to play it on stream, but they don't want to be on stream because they're shy boys, I guess. So I was like, you know what, dude, I'll cop it and I'll stream it with you. It's basically kind of like he says, similar to like a D&D campaign, but like actually played out in video game form. So might jump in and stream that with him. So be on the lookout for that. And yeah, thank you for joining us, like as always. My name is Oscar.
And I'm Eric.
And this has been the PodBoyz Advanced Podcast. Thank you so much for watching us. And we'll see you next week to see what else happens. Crazy gaming.
See ya.